Hello children, good morning. Welcome to my class, Human Eye and Colorful World. The world is so beautiful and colorful. When we see the world with our eyes, the world is colorful and beautiful to those who have the eyes. Have you ever seen a camera whose resolution power is 576 megapixel? That natural camera works in low light and bright light, which has auto focusing capacity and no need to charge that camera. It is none other than human eye. In this session, we will learn human eye and various parts and their functions. When you look at somebody's eyes, you will find the front portion of the eye. This white portion of the eye is known as sclera. It serves as the protective layer. It is opaque. This layer is opaque. Next, the middle circular portion in the eye, observe this one. This is known as cornea. This is known as cornea. See this one. This is cornea. Next one, this serves as the protective layer. This serves as the protective layer. Next, there is a colored portion. Observe this one. There is a colored portion. See this one. This colored portion is known as iris. What is that? Iris. Next one. There is a black spot in the middle of the eye. This black spot in the middle of the eye is known as pupil. Let us discuss the side portion of the eye and the functions of various parts of the eye. Let us see the side view of the human eye. Eye is spherical in shape. Eye is spherical in shape. This eyeball is spherical in shape. Now, the diameter of the eyeball is 25 millimeters. How much? 25 millimeters. The bulged curved portion, okay, this one is known as cornea. Observe this one. This cornea is bulged outward. So, it serves as the protective layer. At the same time, what is another function of the cornea? It refracts the light. It refracts the light to form the image on the retina. Next, observe this one. There is a circular ring structure, circular membrane. Observe this one. This circular membrane is known as what we call it iris. What is that? Iris. See, different people will have colored eyes. Why? Because see, this iris consists of melanin. What is that? Melanin. Due to the presence of melanin, see, different peoples will have different colored eyes. Next, there is a small hole in the middle of the iris. Observe this one. There is a small hole in the middle of the iris. This is known as what we call it pupil. Pupil acts as the gate to allow the light. The amount of light which passes through the pupil is controlled by this iris. Iris serves as the gate or the opening to allow the light through the amount of light to be allowed through the pupil is controlled by iris. Next, behind the iris, observe this one, behind the iris, there is a crystalline lens known as eye lens. This eye lens is attached to the suspensory ligaments. Suspensory ligaments, and one end of the suspensory ligament is attached to the eye lens and the other end is attached to ciliary muscles. Observe this one. This is a ciliary muscle and this one is a ciliary muscle. This one is the suspensory ligament. Okay. Are you clear about that one? Next one. Behind the islands, there is a chamber known as vitreous chamber. It consists of vitreous humor, a liquid. Most of the liquid is 99% of the liquid is made up of water. Okay, no cells are present in it. It maintains the spherical shape of the eye. It maintains the spherical shape of the eye. Now let us discuss one by one in detail. Let us discuss the parts of the eye one by one in detail. See this one. The bulged curved part is known as what we call it cornea. The front layer of the eye is called cornea. It is transparent so that light can enter the eye. Light enters into the eye through the cornea. The main function of the cornea is to refract the light, and serves as the protective layer. Next, the refractive index of cornea is 1.372 nearly. As the light enters from rarer to denser medium, a lot of bending of the light is taking place. Observe this one. Light is traveling from air to cornea. So the refractive index of air is 1, whereas the refractive index of cornea is 1.372. So there is a bending of the light at the cornea. Now let us discuss another important part, that is iris. Iris is colored ring-shaped membrane present behind the cornea. See this one. This is the colored ring-shaped membrane present behind the cornea. Are you clear? Okay. Now after this another part, there is a small hole, okay, in the middle of the iris. This small hole is known as pupil. The hole present in the middle of the iris is called pupil. It is black in color. Why? Light enters into the eye through the pupil. The amount of light that enters the eye is controlled by iris. Are you clear about that one? So what is pupil? A small hole in the middle of the iris. Observe this one. This small hole in the middle of the iris is known as pupil. The pupil is black in color because the light which enters through the hole, that is pupil, is not reflected back. That's why the pupil appears black in color. Are you clear? The amount of light that entering into the pupil is controlled by iris. Now let us discuss another important part, that is aqueous humor. Observe this one. The aqueous humor is present between cornea and iris. Cornea and iris. See this one. This liquid, see this one, aqueous humor, it maintains the fluid pressure inside the eye and also provides nutrition to the cornea and other parts of the eye. It consists of amino acids and glucose. It provides the nutrients required to the cornea. Are you clear? See, this is aqueous humor. Are you clear about that one? This is the aqueous humor. Observe this one, light blue color liquid. This is aqueous humor. Next, observe this one. There is a crystalline lens on the back side of pupil. See this. This is known as eye lens. The soft, transparent and flexible part present behind the pupil is called eye lens. It is made up of living cells. Generally, eye lens is double convex. Eye lens is double convex. See this one. It refracts the light. It refracts the light to form the image on the retina. To form the image on the retina. One end of the, see this one end of the eye lens is attached to suspensory ligaments. Observe this one. These are the suspensory ligaments. Are you clear? Next, observe this carefully. These are the suspensory ligaments. These suspensory ligaments holds the eye lens in right position. Are you clear? The other end of the suspensory ligaments are attached to the ciliary muscles. These are the ciliary muscles. Observe this one. Okay, next, come to the next part. Behind the lens, there is a space. This space is known as vitreous chamber. What we call it? Vitreous chamber. This vitreous chamber consists of a liquid known as vitreous humor. See this one. The space behind the eye lens is called vitreous chamber. It contains 99% of water and no cells present in it. What is the function of the vitreous humor? It supports the lens and maintains the spherical shape of the eyeball. Okay, the eyeball is spherical because of this vitreous humor. So, vitreous humor also serves as the liquid lens. Next, come to the back part of the eye. See this one. The back part of the eye is known as, observe this carefully, this back part of the eye is known as what we call it retina. See this one. The image is formed, see, on the retina. The screen where the image of the object after refraction through various parts of the eye, the final image is collected on the retina. Okay, this retina consists of nearly 125 million light sensitive receptors. Those receptors are called rods and cones. Okay, retina is a thin membrane. The signals are transmitted to the brain through 1 million optic nerves. Observe this one. These are the optic nerves. These are all optic nerves. So these signals on the retina is carried to the brain with the help of the optic nerve fibers. Are you clear about that one? So already I told you 125 million light sensitive receptors are present on the retina. They are known as the rods and cones. What is the function of the rod? The rods identifies the intensity of the light, whether it is dim light or whether it is light. Okay, the intensity of the light is known with the help of rods. Next, another function, this see this one, cones. What is the function of the cones? Cones identifies the color of the light or color of the object. Are you clear about that one? So the color is known with the help of the cones, receptors, cones, and the intensity is known with the help of the rods. Okay, the intensity of the light is known as with the help of the rods, and the color is known with the help of the cones. Are you clear about that one? So, I hope I made the concept crystal clear to you. I think you have understood all the parts of human eye. Okay, how the human eye is made, what are the various parts, important parts, and what are their functions you studied. Now, in our next class, we will discuss what is accommodation of the eye lens and what are the common eye defects, how they are rectified. We will discuss all these things in detail. After that, we also discuss few important questions that were given in the annual examinations. Try to watch my channel and do remember to subscribe and share among your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and support to my channel. Thank you, children. If you have any doubt related to my lessons, please post your doubts in the comment box. I will reply soon. Thank you, children. Thank you very much.